4,
Okay.
3, 2,
Watch the first little bit, and I'll
round
start on.
1. Capture the objective.
I am loving this.
Nice.
Gotta work on that, eh?
The objective is now.
Okay, cool. I got a couple of things for you. So, you guys are running rush, so you running out with your Rhine rather than going up here by yourself is good. If you went up here by yourself, like, these kids would probably just roll you, no one on your team would help you, especially in silver, and, like, even in higher elo, they just wouldn't have time at this distance. So, like, so far so good. And, like, the kill on the Lucio is great.
Gotta work on that, eh?
But then here, this isn't where you really want to be. You roll out, but you're just not getting a lot done, and you eventually come over here. And that's great. But this should have been your plan all along. You walk in with your Rhine, and then as soon as basically you're safe to do so, as soon as it's good to do so, you split and take an angle, yeah? You're just with him for the walking in part. So, like, there's nothing on this side. This side was a good choice, but, like, yeah, just already know in advance that you want to create an angle so you can be here sooner doing work. It's not the biggest thing, but the hesitation shows me that, like, you just sort of ended up here eventually, rather than, like, looking for it all along. But anyway, you're here now, which is great, but you're stepping out further than you need to. Yeah? I mean, Reaper is not going to do anything to you at this range, but that Zen could roll you. So being around cover and being able to, like, you only need a peek as far as you need to peek, yeah? And I wouldn't push this either. I would, you know, peek here, shoot some people, peek here, shoot some people. There's no one here. We peek here, we shoot some people. We notice that somebody's over there, so we roll across, we shoot them, whatever. But we're, like, moving back and forth over here, controlling these outer lanes as best we can. And when there's no one there to shoot, then, you know, you don't leave it completely, but then you put the damage in down main because there's just no one here to shoot, and it is not yet safe enough for you to go on a hard flank or something, yeah? Potentially, if you wanted to get more aggressive, you could roll to here and play in here. Get a nice angle on that Reaper. You have a pretty good escape. I think this is pretty safe. Like, if they were to chase you, like, they would waste so much time and probably not really get to you. Reaper might. But anyway, the downside to this is no one will come help you if they do decide to push you here because you're in silver. So, like, choose your own adventure. But this might give you the more aggressive angle that you're clearly looking for right now, while still keeping you safe. Hey Zeta, how's it going? We're doing it. See, we just pushed too far up. Here we die, but now... Yep. Cool. Oh. Okay. We'll talk about that death in a second, but first, the other thing that I wanted to mention was Crosshair Discipline. Honestly, the way you're playing right now, Crosshair Discipline enough is probably like 500 SR or something crazy. Like, you would just be hitting so many more shots, and all it is just hold your crosshair at head height. You know, different characters have different head heights, so you adjust up and down based on who you're shooting at, but, like, it's going to be small adjustments. You aim at the ground a lot, which means you're not ready to shoot when somebody enters your field of view. Oh, thanks so much for the 200 bits, Powderski. And you have to move your mouse, and the more you have to move your mouse to aim, the more you're going to miss. Just full stop. No matter how good you are, that will always be true. So, like, minimize that movement and just have your crosshair already at head height. And you would have rolled this Reaper as soon as he peeked that corner. He might have lived. Well, if he pushed you, he would have died. And if he didn't push you, he would have had to, like, fully leave. He would not have been able to keep poking you and almost kill you like he did, because you hit for 140 in the head. Yeah? So you really, really want to prioritize that mechanic, is just build the habit of holding your crosshair, not just at head height, that was part of it, but the other part of it is also build the habit of immediately moving your crosshair to wherever you think they're most likely to peek from. So it's not just you're holding it generally at head height, but you're holding it at head height, like right here by a choke or a doorway or something. Yeah? Okay. And then this death here, like, you're low. It's unfortunate, but this wasn't the way to go.
Need a doctor.
Like, this is an incredibly aggressive play, pushing into them. And you're so low. Like, your Ana's with you, but she's a silver Ana. She's gonna miss a few shots, which is probably what just happened. So your play here was actually to back up into here. Yeah? Poke from there, grab this mini, or alternately, if you were going to cross, like, again, cross fully into cover. You're walking straight through open space at, like, you're boned. There was no way you were going to live this at that point. Okay. I digress. You're actually doing pretty good so far. And I think you would be getting just like significantly more value if you were hitting more shots, which you could easily do with a crosshair placement thing, which is, I don't normally stress mechanics, but like the way you're positioning and rotating, like, it's a little rough, there's some hesitancy, but it's way the fuck above silver, so like I'm not actually as worried about that right now. And now you just need to be hitting more shots, so like then this Junkrat is dead or pressured out. Like, instead you're spending a lot of time chasing him, and he's probably already left. Yeah, he's gone.
I'm under fire in the hole.
I mean, you tried to flash the tire, unlucky. Right-click the tire, fan it. Because otherwise you have to double-tap it, and it was right in front of him.
This life's never uneventful.
With every death comes honor.
Block
With
Bowman.
honor, redemption.
Hanzo crosshair discipline is even more important, if anything. Which... Why don't you do that on Kree? Look at that. This is exactly... Look at that. Now you, like, just held the trigger down there rather than, like, clicking your shots, but then that was fucking clean. Yo! Yeah. You're kicking ass on Hanzo right now, but you wouldn't have felt the need to swap to him if you played Kree like you're playing Hanzo right now. You would have been doing so much. Holy crap, that was good, dude. Nah, oh, there we go. It's like once it's projectile, you're like, oh, I need to leave my shots, and you think about how you aim. And with hit scan, you're not doing that. Unlucky. You had wall climb, you knew the junk was chasing you because you could hear him, so like, I probably would have looked to climb up here rather than, like, especially after you saw that he was TPing and you weren't going to hit that shot. But, I don't know, there wasn't a lot of time there, and I don't know that you get out of that either way. Oh, sorry. I am supposed to be doing rapid fire, but... Yeah. Your storm arrows,
I
don't
need healing.
spam them out like that. Like, at most spam out 2 or 3, and then reset your aim and make sure you're actually hitting a target. Nice.
None of this administered.
Okay. We're gonna watch a little bit of the next round. Probably won't watch all of it. Because I think this is actually kind of a lot to work on. And we can go back to like min-maxing your position in rotations a little bit later. Yeah. Think about how you use your storm arrows. The power of Hanzo is you are a one-shot. If you hit the headshot on a squishy, they're dead. That was a good use of storm arrows because you were bursting down a tank, someone you can't one-shot. And that's basically when you want to use them, is either then or to finish the kill on a duel. So like you landed the body shot, so you swapped the storm arrows so you can make sure you like land the one storm arrow you need to get the kill. Or 2. 1 in a melee, whatever. 1 if it's a headshot. Yep. See? Hold them for stuff like that. Or if you're at like long ranges, spam them into a shield or a tank. Like, you can help with shield great. But that's really only good when you're just like way the fuck far away.
A minor
Like as you're walking in. So yeah, I think those are the things to work on. Crosshair discipline, storm arrow usage. Oh shit, what was the third? Yeah.
Group up at
Okay.
my position.
now we're back
Justice
on
ain't
track.
gonna dispense itself.
Group up with me.
I need healing.
You're going to be
Oh, right. Take angles. Don't run it down main. There is one positioning rotation thing. You eventually go to these outer lanes, but they need to just be already in your head from the beginning. Yeah? Like, as soon as you guys were walking up to the choke, you know you don't want to walk through this, and it's very difficult for your team to walk through it. So you come over here. Oh shit, there's a Mei. Well, now at least you stop the Mei from getting an angle on your team. Maybe you pressure her out. Maybe you kill her. Maybe you have to leave. Who knows? Soldier's already going this way, so you probably don't need to take this one. But, like, he takes that angle. If you were able to get this angle, then things get way easier for your team. You get so many people turning away from the choke because otherwise they're getting shot in the back by the DPS. And that's how you break this, and that's how you walk in. So that's the third thing you need to work on, is just already have the idea in your head from the very beginning of using these outer lanes. I'm not saying that you necessarily should every single time. Like, you might have a more important job, such as protecting your Ana. You might not feel safe enough to do it. But like in this instance, they don't have any dive, so you don't need to protect your Ana. And realistically, this isn't any more dangerous than trying to walk into here. It's probably less. So, yeah, those are your 3 things.